Hello guys, it is I, Lord Me, and back with another JoJolion chapter review. It has been a while since I have made a chapter review, because it has been 2 months since chapter 100 came out. And this chapter definitely lives up to the 2-month wait, I'll tell you. These past 2 JoJolion chapters have been absolutely huge, both of them. And it's very exciting to see what's going to be happening next. But anyways, let me just give you a quick overview of what happened in this chapter. So yeah, just a quick overview of the chapter. We do find out more about Toru and the head doctor. I think we can confirm for sure now that the head doctor is Toru's stand. First off, Toru references and he knows the name of it, which I think is very big evidence. If not, I think they're in a partnership. But we'll get into theories later. But yeah, this chapter, we had the Rokakaka. We didn't see much of Josuke this chapter. We did see a lot of Joshu and Yasuo and Toru in the background. But yeah, this chapter is huge. We will be seeing a chapter next month, which is hype. But yeah, this chapter has been pretty big. Starting off with the cover, we have Yasuo with her arm ripped off, which is a very big portion of this chapter revolves around the fact that Yasuo has now lost her arm. And a big part of it is her trying to get it back. But yeah, we have more calamity text. But yeah, we get a nice picture of Yasuo with her arm off, which is very important. So the chapter starts off by showing Jobin walking in a forest, going to eat like bees or something, I don't know. But we get a huge thing about how Yasuo has lost her arm and the Higashikata family has collapsed. And this is a huge part, and it just reveals so much with what's going on. I don't know how much of what is said in this chapter will be real, but it very well could be, and this is some huge things that are happening in this chapter. So after we see Toru getting stunned by bees, which is causing some stone to appear on his hand, which I don't know much about, but next page, we see more of Josuke, and we see somehow one of the bubbles pass through his suit, and we get revealed that some soap bubbles cannot be seen, and now I think Mamazuku Rai, I think he's dead at the moment, because we have seen him. He's bleeding out. He's on the floor with his eyes closed. You'll be seeing a picture of it up here. But yeah, some soap bubbles can't be seen, which is, as Josuke says, this is crazy. Josuke is overpowered. Oh my god. I like that. He feels a lot like Giorno. But anyways, let's continue on. After this, we see Joshu and Yasuo are both in a parking garage. But then, Joshu reveals something huge. He reveals that the Higashikata family is in a mess, and he reveals that Jobin Higashikata has died. This is absolutely insane. You could have easily put together that Jobin was dead as the state we saw him last time we saw him. I didn't think he would be dead, though. I'm not saying I don't know for sure he is dead, but I think Jobin is dead, which is huge. That just proves he is not going to be the antagonist of JoJolion. I think it is Toru and the head doctor, but I don't really know. I think it's definitely them, though. After this, Jobin talks about how Norisuke is dead, which we could assume because we last saw him in a body bag. But we see Joshu punching himself, and he's actually being kind of courageous. I already talked in this my Jobin video, which you should totally check out if you haven't. I'll link it down in the description. But Joshu, is punching himself because he was like so mad that he couldn't do anything, which I think is big for Joshu. Because this is, like, the most courageous we have seen Joshu yet. And I really am liking it. I like it, but we will see Joshu. I don't think he's been really redeemed yet, as you will see later in this chapter. After this, Yasuo begs Joshu to try to find Josuke. But Joshu assures her that he can do it himself. And that he says Josuke is either dead or is in an attack right now, and that he can protect her, and they do not need Josuke, which is very in Joshu's character. Sorry, I keep messing up the name, but yeah, I honestly think, and then Joshu's like just creepy by calling Yasuo like his little strawberry. It's creepy. Then we see one of the new Rokakakas have been grown, and Joshu plans on using it on Yasuo. And he tells her if she eats this, it should help fix her arm, which is crazy. And Toru seems to even be shocked by it. Then Joshu goes on explaining equivalent exchange, and Yasuo keeps saying that she will not eat it. But then we see Joshu say that he is not going to be a disgrace anymore, and he is going to save people, and he's going to save the Higashikata family. We then see a rustle in the bush, which we know is Toru, but then Joshu just says it's the wind, but Yasuo in her mind says, yeah, someone is definitely there. Then we actually do get more explanation on Wonder View / the head doctor. We see Toru say that if he lets them eat one, that it would continue to bear more fruit, and it would change the fact that Yasuo is inside of Wonder of You, which I think is just definitive proof the Wonder of You is Toru's stand. Yasuo then comes to the realization that if she were to eat the fruit, that she would perform equivalent exchange with Joshu, and this next part is just creepy. Joshu is like saying, oh, my little strawberry, I would love so we could become one, and it's just weird and creepy. And he goes on with this for a little while. I mean, it's the thought that counts, though. At least he's trying to help out. We then see more rustling, and this time it really makes Joshu and Yasuo notice. Then Yasuo comes to the realization that Toru is the enemy's stand user. After this, we see Yasuo take the Rokakaka fruit and eats it. This shocks Joshu. After this, we slowly see Yasuo's arm reform. But, in equivalent exchange, we slowly see Joshu's arm start to disappear. And then, the chapter ends with Yasuo staring at Toru, ready to fight. So yeah, that was the chapter. If I'm gonna have to give it a rating, it's not quite as good as last chapter, but it sets up a lot of things. It revealed a ton of things. I am very excited to see what happens next. Next month, we will be seeing another chapter. But for now, let's get into a few theories. Something I definitely see happening is Joshu potentially dying very, very soon. Because Joshu, I mean, it's been set up. He lost his arm now. So I definitely think Joshu is going to be dying in the next few chapters. Another thing I think we can definitely will be seeing is Yasuo versus Toru, because they heavily hinted at that at the end of the chapter. Lastly, I definitely do think that the head doctor is Toru's stand. If not, I do think they're in agreement, but I do think that Toru is the user of the head doctor. So yeah, that was this week's chapter. I'm very excited for next month to see what happens in that one. This was definitely a shorter chapter, so the video will be shorter. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.